Testing one, two. Testing one, two. Let me see if they turn my volume down like they usually do. I'm checking to see if they've turned my volume down because they do that sometimes. I'll get done doing an hour of recording, upload the video only to realize they turned my volume down. Okay. All right. So volume's up. Everything's good. So let me turn this down. Okay. I'm gonna let y'all get in here. I have two important announcements to make. To the target individual community and for my viewers. And I want to say I am very proud of my viewers. Very proud of my viewers. I don't know if y'all watched the interview last night of Patrick, uh, but Patrick was typical story, typical TI story, first stages freaking out and stuff. And I just want to let y'all know, thank you. Numerous people reached out, offered their number, and stuff like that. And I'm gonna let you know I did find him a place for 3 days. So today he's taking this day as peace, just not to worry about none of it. And tomorrow I'm gonna call him. I've wrote all the numbers down and all the information down on a notebook, and I'm gonna call him and go over it all with him tomorrow. He just thought, and we just came to agreement that maybe today would just be a day just to relax, get clear his head before he starts thinking about all this. But man, the turnout yesterday with people volunteering and sending their numbers was amazing to me, and that's awesome. That's the goal. That's the whole goal of this channel. Man, because if anybody's been any real TIs in here, and I'm sure there are, who knows how it is in the first stages, especially if you're homeless, running from state to state, freaking out, and to have a place to stay is awesome, even if it's for 3 days. Now we're going to help him out further than that, probably from everybody's email, but I'm just saying that reprieve right there really helped him. I praise God, praise the Most High for allowing us to help him. And you know, I really want to thank y'all. That was real good of y'all. Everyone who reached out with their number and stuff, and even the ones who wanted to help and prayed who couldn't reach out and help. Y'all are still appreciated. It's all appreciated. That's the goal of this channel is to, help TIs and any which way, whether it be helping them get through a day of psyops or helping them learn how to deal with V2K or helping them learn how to deal with the psychological operations in street theater, the fear they put in you, whatever it may be. That's what this channel is about, and I'm so glad that he was able to get help because I ran around 4 years like that, homeless, and would have loved somebody to open their house up to me. So I praise God that once again, and thank y'all. Okay, this is going to be a quick live. I have an update from James Martinez. I'm gonna play this recording. I also want to show you something too. Mm, Okay, I'm gonna share the screen. I'm gonna show you what we're dealing with here. Okay, okay. If you read this, and I scratched out the person's name. Anyway, this is what I asked James Martinez. I said, I'm curious as to why your colleague is talking about brain chips and Fitbits, and that hasn't been needed for years. Elon Musk's Neuralink is a psyop to make you think you need a chip in your brain to do all that stuff, when in fact, they can accomplish all that stuff without a chip. All this nanotech everyone's talking about is not needed for mind control. Sure, it amplifies it, but it's not needed and has not been needed for a while now. Nanotech is for human augmentation and human mind control are two different things, but they do intertwine eventually. And then I said, hold on. I said, even the book y'all promote supports my control above my concerns above Operation Mind Control. And then he mentioned the name. My colleague shouldn't be speaking to the public at all. She essentially got out of line doing that because I needed a backup person to say officially what's going on. It's far worse than people know at this point. It's literally Star Trek level. Okay? And here's the update he gave me yesterday. And I do have a declaration you can take to the courthouse for your brain rights. Now, me and James don't see eye to eye on a certain subject, but he is working. I'm just trying to show you that this tech is Star Trek level. So, um, I'm just letting you know that. About the nanotech. Everybody has nanotechnology in them. Yes. Um, Everybody in the world's got it in them. So you need to be figuring out how to detox it. It's not needed for targeting, although it's used. Why is it used? It's used for amplification, just like metals. The metals in your more metals in your body, the more effective the weapons. Okay, but if you're to take the nanotech and implants, if you do have implants, if you were to take that stuff out of your body, you would still be targeted. So just know that. Uh, Implants should be for uh, if you have an implant, get it removed for court, all good. But just know, don't get it removed thinking it's going to stop your targeting because it's not. Uh, uh, and I'm going to clear something up. Okay, my deal with the Alex Jones thing last night, and they used one of my videos. Matter of fact, if you go to the video called Gang Stalking app, they used that video and tried to say nanotechnology they were using nanotechnology to track people, all that. I wish I could find the video. The command and control platform video they played, they got that from my YouTube. Okay, and then they try to spin it like they're using nanotechnology to run that command and control platform. That platform's been around for decades, and no nanotechnology in anybody is needed. So that's one thing I have against what happened on Alex Jones. Another thing I have against what happened on Alex Jones is they did a scan in a live studio around all them people. Okay, sure, you're just trying to get the word out. You're just trying to let everybody know it can be done or whatever, or whatever. Uh, you know, but anybody with logic is going to know you cannot scan nobody in a YouTube studio with a live program going on. And I'm going to tell you why. Because you cannot differentiate between external frequencies and frequencies inside the body. To do a scan like that, you got to be in a Faraday shield, a Faraday room to isolate the external frequencies. So I don't know why he just wouldn't do it the real proper way that it's supposed to be done instead of fooling people. Because if you're acting like you found something, there's no possible way you could. And I'm also wanting, you know, if he's going to do these scans, I'll get respect for him if he starts doing ultrasound with them, because you need an ultrasound to confirm something's there once you find the frequencies. If he gets that done, I just want what's best for TIs, and that's all. TI spend their life savings on these scans just to prove to their family and everybody something's there. And like I said, if I take a scan to my family and I say, "Oh, it's just this dude had this scan thing and he found frequencies coming from my body," my parents are going to be like, "All right, you got pictures of the implants or you got pictures of the stuff in your body?" So you got TI spending their life savings, and all I'm saying is get an ultrasound, do it right. Give TI something to go home and show, hey, you know. Um, anyway, I just hope all this stuff is um up to up. I hope he's doing what he says, and I hope this what he's got going on. I just wish he would upgrade to an ultrasound, and that's all on that level. But anyway, here it is. Here's the intelligence analysis from James Martinez, the update, and then I'm probably going to go. Let me read who. Hey, Hood Ross. Hey, Beast Mode. Hey, Lisa. I hope everybody's doing good. Hey, well, lad. How many times do the first stages rev up over and over, and it also advance? Different strokes for different folks. I went through, they never turned the first stages off of me. They did weapons and everything in total, blacklist and total, paparazzi style targeting and mobbing me constantly in my first stages. And if I was to, you know, and they've done it for years to me, like I was in my first stages, they never turned that down on me. So I guess it just depends, you know. Um, but anyway, so let's play this. But what happened last night is what it's all about. Y'all reached out, and like I said, he's taking a day off to just clear his mind. But a Target needed help. Y'all reached out, and now he's got a bunch of options, and I think that's awesome. Okay, that's the best thing to talk about. Hopefully we can have more of that on this channel of people needing help and people reaching out and stuff like that. Because that was my goal when I started this channel, on top of exposing and showing that this is real. Okay, here's the report from uh, Mr. Martinez. Hold on one second.
Hey, everybody. This is James Martinez. I just wanted to leave you a voicemail. It's a lot easier for me to do that than to write out a written statement about current activities with the brain computer interface, quantum, and what that's going to mean for uh, your cognitive liberty and your free thought and all the rights and authorities that go with that as we proceed here. So I want to let everybody know I am back in the U.S. I am currently meeting with some of the powers that be behind the scenes regarding this entire matter, which, by the way, is mostly being ignored because key figures within your government or the occupied government, whichever you prefer to perceive the situation, they don't occupied government, whichever you prefer
My
to
bad. I'm sorry.
perceive the situation. They don't want to deal with this and they don't want to address it. So it's because of these things and other activities that I'm involved with internationally um, with the basic countermeasures for quantum computers, which are actively going on behind the scenes right now. So all of it's tied in together. And as many of you know, we're at a point now where they're going to be instituting biometrics and digital IDs as they're doing in Europe. And therefore, the digital prison will close permanently if you agree to that. So I don't think the messaging or calling out on this issue is loud enough yet. So I'm going to come in and deal with that issue myself, since everybody that I've dealt with, including our elected employees, have failed. They have failed so badly that you, the person that's listening to this, that's a member here, can no longer rely on any of your government institutes to govern you accordingly and expect you to be up to date with what's going on because they don't have any idea themselves. It's a very small group of closed off people that don't wish to address this, while China is indeed recodifying the language so that the US and other countries do not understand the relationship legally, technologically, or otherwise with the ongoing market of wearable devices that are coming out onto the market to calibrate you and your brain and your relationship to the cloud and all international or domestic commerce.
Now I'm gonna pause that right there. Now these devices that are coming out are reading your evoked potentials. They're trying to get every evoked potential in the database, and it makes you, if you, even though it's not needed, why not sell devices that connect you easier and make it easier? You see, and that's what they're doing. the Obama phones that were given out, and I read a report, and I can't find that report for nothing. But I'm digging, and I'm going to try to find it because I read it with my own eyes. The report, them Obama phones and government phone. My father used to say, "Ain't nothing's free," and it wasn't free. What them phones did when you used them was logged your EEG, your neural signature. It copied your neural signature and was played a part in mapping out your brain for targeting if you're a target. Um, so anyway, let's go on.
It's just not happening. And that discussion is only being held by a couple of people that are out in the public.
Well, let me clarify this. So you say, okay, so what? So what? Obama phone, so once they got your brain mapped out and they have your neural signature, a neural signature is just like a fingerprint. It's different for everybody. So everybody has a unique neural signature. Well, the technology has it where your neural signature is no different than a cell phone receiver. So you place two cell phones side by side, you call one, one rings. You place two people side by side, you will dial up one neural signature gets fried, the other person standing there, okay. Simple as that.
Only to prepare you to perceive them as a friendly when they're not. They're just merely aiding and abetting the situation at hand and not stopping anything. The only thing that the United States has that's worth two shits is the Constitution and the founding principles of the Republic, not what you're seeing now, which is the end of the District of Columbia and the corporation, which is being put down as we go into a major transition about who's going to control the information, who owns the information, where is the information being stored, can we cool the information, and how is the technological overlay going to be instituted in human behavior. That is what's really going on, and that is ongoing behind the scenes. So I came into the U.S. for a multitude of reasons, and I'm about to address this directly. I already have been in these meetings already, and never, ever, any of you think because somebody's a senator, a congressperson, a head of an intelligence agency or a corporation necessarily has any idea of what the hell is really going on, because you would be absolutely amazed how completely, totally ignorant people are in key positions. Okay, so that's part of the major problem that needs to be addressed, and everybody's ass is on the line now. I have been recently asked to speak to some of these legislative bodies. I don't want to leave the correct terminology here about what this is, but I may just do it because nobody has said what needs to be said properly with the public and people whose ass is on the line, who are just employees, by the way. These Congress people, senators, and everybody up through the military as well. These are temporary outposts, and people can be removed. And the problem is we, the people, don't know that we're the people. We're also the money as well. If you understood that concept, that you're actually the money legally, the whole situation would be altered. But some people are starting to figure that out now. So, and what that means into a court of law and so forth. So, I wanted to leave an address here on Patreon so you have a better understanding of what's going on. I can't leave names, I can't leave dates, I can't do anything because you can't tell anybody anything. And I'll tell you one thing, which is interesting these days is nobody that is addressing anything of national or international concern having to do with your liberties or freedoms is doing that over phones. They're not. They're people are flying in from other places, so it's very expensive and costly to have meetings because nobody trusts anybody, and they don't know who to believe and where their alliance is.
Anybody who just joined, they're talking about our brain rights, our cognitive. Liberty, okay? There's brain to computer interface that's already been going on for many years. The ability to hack the brain, to send frequencies into the brain and control the body, remote neural attacks, and all that. Our brain rights are on the line. A lot of us don't even know what we've signed when we sign up for cell phones and all that. If you're interested in a declaration to take to the courthouse, to file, to claim your brain rights back, I have that declaration. Just email me. But here, we'll finish this up. But that's what he's talking about. Cognitive liberty. These weapons, it's a Star Trek level technology out of his mouth. And if you're new in this thing, start with Operation Mind Control. Um, I'm trying to think of some other good books. If you're targeted, if you're a new TI and you're going through the first stages, man, I'm trying to think of a good book. How to Tame a Demon by Robert Duncan is a good place to start for new TIs. But and I'm dumbfounded on the books, but Project Soul Catcher is recommended if you're pretty seasoned TI. But anyway, the basic thing here, and they're confusing me because I had some good videos about brain and cognitive liberty and what's going on with your brain. You can scroll through my videos. I haven't got a chance to organize them in the playlist, but if you go past my interviews, scroll up past my interviews into some of them EEG heterodyning videos or stuff like that, you'll find out what I'm talking about if you're new to this. But they're confusing me right now. I'm trying to think of something that I know the answer to, and I can just feel the blockage in my brain. I know y'all might think I'm crazy, but I'm serious. Okay.
Based because many people have sold out uh, for payoff to China and have taken money already and have allegiance to them and are openly allowing the Chinese to steal everything. Now, what Trump is doing or what he is not doing doesn't mean shit to me until I know for sure that the brain computer interface U.S. delegation is fully financed and is speaking in international space to monitor the decisions that are being made about the regulatory standards internationally and domestic for uh, these brain control, mind control devices. And that's just not happening. And it's an embarrassment behind the scenes. Trust me, people are going to get really, really embarrassed shortly for failing you, me, and everybody else that's concerned about our right to exist, literally, not to mention our right to our own free thoughts and emotions and so forth. So I just wanted to leave you this brief message. It's easier for me than to type it all up, depending upon what it is. But I wanted to let you know that. And thank you, everybody, for your support. I will be following up this with an interview, something that somebody should hear.
Okay, so he's talking about brain rights. He's talking about they have the ability to hack your brain, make you do whatever you want, walk around like a chicken, do whatever they want, torture you, slow um, kill you with no evidence, or mind control you to make decisions you don't want to make, or make your arms jump, or whatever. I've seen it all, especially during Jade Helm. And these people, this is serious technology, and I just I put a post out there. I'm not going to say what platform, but because of the perps and everything, but I put a post out there looking for other Jade Helm survivors, because anybody that was really in Jade Helm really knows the power of this technology, because Jade Helm was an operation where they tried to master the human domain using an AI generated supercomputer that ran psyops, used exotic weapons, and put mind control strips in people's heads and everything. And you can go down to scroll down on my videos. I have a video about Jade Helm Part One, Jade Helm Part Two. But trying to you know nanotechnology is not needed to target individuals. Is it used? Yes, it's used to amplify the effects of the weapons, and it's used for human augmentation. Because if you're not constantly getting rid of the nano in your body, I'd say by 2030, most of us ain't even gonna be human anymore. So it's important you learn your own way to detox this stuff and keep it out. It's a daily thing. It's not something you can just go get all of it out of your body and just not do nothing and just keep because the atmosphere is saturated with it. Um, but if you was to take all the nano out of your body and take any implant out of your body, you may find you would still be targeted. They would still burn you and all that. It's just being used for further training, research, and development, and to amplify the effects, make it more effective, more accurate. I just want to clear that up. Um, hey, Trevor. Hey, Andrew, and Free the People. I did get your email. Like I said, Patrick, we got him someplace safe for the next 3 days. Today he's taking the day off. I've wrote everybody's email and phone number down, their names and everything. Tomorrow morning I'm going to call him and go over these emails and the numbers and who everybody is that's reaching out to him and talk to him about it. I talked to him this morning. He's taking the day off just because he got somewhere safe. He's just going to sit there and clear his mind for the day. So yeah, I did get emails, and I have them wrote down. I have everybody's emails and information wrote down on this paper. I'm gonna go over it with him in the morning. Let's see, free the people. I'm trying to think of who this is. Uh, that's one reason I came on here to thank everybody for reaching out because I was amazed at the turnout. Um, and that's what this channel is all about. And I'm happy that people reached out. I'm trying to see who Free the People is. I know I seen. Let's see. I don't have the email thing handy, and that's how many people reached out. I don't know who this person is that said, "Did you get my email?" And that's why I was one of the main reasons for this live today. We are suppressed. Yes, we are. I think I got. There's a Freedom for Truth email I got from somebody giving their information. I don't know if that's you or not. But anyway, my email almost the same as my Proton. I'm sure I did get it. I got everything wrote down right here. But anyway, I'm gonna get off here. That was the update from James Martinez. He says he's working. I do have a 17-page declaration. If you're interested, you can go file it at the courthouse. It basically says nobody has a right to do anything with your brain, and all that. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, it nulls and voids any contracts you might have signed agreeing with these cell phone companies or anything, because you know, data's being collected that we don't even know about. You sign a contract when you sign that cell phone, uh, and it's deeper than that. And I don't have time to go into it like now, right now. Oh, Free the People. Yes, I got that email, and I've read half of it, but I'm not done. Yes, I did get that email. Thank you for that information. Any other information you'd like to share with me is appreciated. Uh, and we are also well, I'll talk about that at a different time. Uh, but thank everyone for y'all's support and reaching out for Patrick. That's much appreciated. And he appreciates it too. And he told me to tell you he appreciates it. Like I said, tomorrow I will be going over all this stuff with him. He's just trying to clear his mind. He's been back and forth across the USA, uh, targeted heavily. And he just needs a day for some peace just to clear his mind and not think about nothing, which is good in my opinion. Y'all know how it is. Anyway, I just want to jump on here and come on and say thank you and give that update. God bless everybody going through this. Um, and like I said, the declaration I feel is important. I gotta get off my butt and file one too, or me and Holly actually. We have it. We just haven't printed it out and filed it yet, but we need to do that probably as soon as possible. If James gives us any more updates, I will relay them to you as soon as I get them. And man, anybody want to reach out and uh do an interview or tell their story, feel free to email us at targetedtestimonies@pm.me, and we will get to you. Um, I am, well, I'll leave that alone. Anyway, y'all have a good day.